So let's get started. Hello, dear community. It's really, really nice to see you guys. And I hope that today is going to be one of those great AMAs that really gives the value to the users who are actually taking the time and listening to this AMA. So, Fra, welcome to our community. It's nice to see you here.
Thank you, man. It's amazing to be here. To be honest, I'm quite excited because OKX and OK Chain are pretty hyped right now,
Yes,
but in general,
absolutely. We are at this moment trying to create hype around ourselves just because,
yeah,
well, we're doing the things that we're supposed to do, and the
yes,
hype is coming just naturally, organically. So that's really
that
cool for us.
and that's
So,
great.
and
That's
also
great.
we are very excited to actually have Fizen on our chain. This is something really, really cool. And as you guys describe yourselves as a super wallet, we are,
Yes,
well, at least I am really, really excited to learn more about Fizen wallet and the
yes,
features and utilities and all that. So
absolutely.
would you please start with a brief introduction about yourself?
Yes. So basically, I'm Francesco Pagliaro from Italy, but right now I'm in Hanoi, Vietnam. So I'm working with Fizen team to develop global partnerships worldwide. And partnership and head of partnership is probably the new thing in Web3, meaning that the community at this stage, since we're very early and we are aware of the fact that we are early in Web3, in crypto, in Bitcoin, and in NFT, it's very strong, meaning that it's very easy to speak with everyone, with founders, with really important people, uh, with just a chat. You just chat with them, and it's very easy to connect. So my role, it's made easier by this sense of community that there's in Web3, which is real. And we are early, and we are here every day hustling and grinding, no matter the market conditions. And this creates even stronger relationships between brands and between protocols. So I'm working to integrate GameFi partners, Web3 protocols, DeFi partners, CeFi players, the DEX, SEX, checks, like everything, centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges, or just services that interact with with Web3 NFT projects, and everything that can be integrated in a wallet. So yeah, I'm global partnership manager, which means that it's me talking with new potential partners. We approach many interesting projects, but we also get approached by many of them. And my team basically is working into onboarding these new partners and also into expanding the offer of products that we have in our wallet, because I'm sure we're going to discuss about that, but we have around 30,000 products that are already available inside of our wallet to be purchased with crypto.
This really makes me bullish on you guys because, as you mentioned, like no matter what the condition is in the market, whether it's bear or bull, it doesn't matter as long as you guys are working and as long as you guys are grinding and trying to come up with new utilities, with new functions, as well as partnerships, and at the same time you guys are trying to show your potential to the Web3 space and create value to your end users. This makes me really bullish on you guys. This is really awesome. So how would you describe Fizen, like in a simple way, to the world?
Yes, so Fizen is basically a wallet that you can download on mobile, both in Google Play Store and in Apple. It's a very young product, meaning that it's been out for just slightly more than 6 months. And we update the app every 2 weeks, adding some more functionalities. And yeah, we are a mobile wallet for crypto and NFT. So you can hold your assets there. It's a hot wallet. And you can also hold your NFT there. And you have inside of the wallet a shopping experience. So you can purchase directly with crypto as I said, over 30,000 items from 4,000 brands, some of the most important in the world. Right now, there are many functionalities that works with a gift card system. So you can also gift these gift cards to someone else, or you can purchase them by yourself. On our YouTube channel, there's plenty of video that shows that you can do this in 3 clicks. We are multi-chain, and at the moment, we have also many partners that integrate their products inside of Fizen. We started with some GameFi functionalities. We are GameFi producers. We produce also a game which is now ranked number 6 or 8, probably 6 on that radar for Binance Smart Chain, which is Monsterra. So we have pretty good expertise in GameFi, and we started integrating some GameFi projects so people can see their NFT assets in their mobile wallet in a very nice way. They can, of course, swap them and hold them, but they can also swap the tokens of their favorite NFT game and directly purchase things in real life without having to go through a centralized exchange. There's also an on-ramp and off-ramp aggregator inside of the app. And they can receive, for example, something that I haven't seen around, which is mobile notification for some triggering events of their GameFi protocol, which is cool. You are around and you can see the update of what's happened in your game. And much more, really. There's, of course, a decentralized exchange integrated, so you can swap. And we also make sure that if you enter through the referral code of your favorite game, for example, Tetan Arena, you add the code and you immediately can see your Tetan Arena assets and your Tetan Arena NFTs without having to add the contract. The goal at first was to make sure that everyone could use Fizen Wallet, even a newcomer to the Web3 space. And it could be very handy also for a person which is in the space since long time. So this was our goal. Then we also created a crypto payment gateway for merchants. And that's very handy for us because every time we onboard a new merchant, we can add it to the marketplace as shopping experience. So this works in synergy, right? And our goal in the future, in the very close future, actually, because we are going to open an office in Dubai in the next 45 days, is to become a so-called Web3 bank, digital bank. And we're going to provide by ourselves without having to rely on third parties, our on-ramp and off-ramp services. We're probably going to also issue some debit cards, personalizable, and much more. The future is bright. I will share you more about my vision of how the future is going to be looking like for wallets. But to describe Fizen in a simple way, that's who we are.
Awesome, great. And you have mentioned a few things that really makes it interesting. One of those is a shopping experience. Well,
Yes.
unfortunately, like the crypto world or all the Web3 world, it kind of lacks this utility or functionality where, like you want to use your crypto anywhere that you would like, whether it's, in a shopping mall or online in, let's say, in a Radio Shack or even Nike or any other types of, big shopping places. And unfortunately, it's not really the case at this moment. And I think
Yes.
this is another reason why we're not being able to onboard as many people from Web 2 as possible. But with the projects or with the wallets like yours, it really makes it easier for the end users to actually use their cryptos instead of just buying it or holding, and if they need like USDT, or if they need like real cash, they're gonna sell it, and it just gets really really time consuming, and it's not really convenient. But if you have the wallet or app that you can directly use your crypto with, then it makes it really easy and it makes it more convenient for people to actually, use the wallet and use their crypto as well. And at the same time, you also mentioned that you guys are a hot wallet, which I
Yeah.
think it makes it really, really, secure, especially with all the scams that's been going on, you know, like you accidentally click on a certain link and then without checking, you might approve a certain transaction and then all your NFTs or all your crypto is gone, which is a really sad thing, but it really happens. But with a hot wallet, it's really awesome that you guys are trying to um, kind of provide security, top level security
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the
Look,
users.
James, for us, security is one of the highest priorities. Both in the super app and in the crypto payment gateway are non-custodial, of course, and they are fully functional using smart contract technology. So there is no human interaction, of course, to avoid human error. But I just want to clarify this. I think it's important. Our products are under penetration test by FPT software, which you may not know, but FPT software is basically a global IT service provider, is the biggest software provider in Vietnam. They achieved several international standards and models like CMMI5, level 1.3, ISO 9001, and everything else that's needed to make sure that this is secure. We are also will be audited by Certic and other partners. So we have a decentralized design mindset from the first line of code. We also lowered down the risk to the minimum. So we believe that delivering the highest security standard for financial products, it's top priority at the moment. So I think that what you just mentioned is super important. There's this feeling here that everything crypto is a scam, which
Yeah.
which is very similar to the beginning of the internet. You remember, where it was associated with really bad things. So I accept it, but let's also make sure that we make it clear that this is a secure wallet, and it's we reduce the risk at the minimum. But you will need to keep your seed phrase because you are the owner of your own funds, of course.
You are your own bank, which means you are
Yes,
the responsible for your own assets. So you also
yes.
talked about your vision about the future. So let's talk more about that. Like, how do you see the crypto wallet industry, in the let's say in the next few months in terms of its growth?
Yes, so I'm pretty confident about this, and only time will tell. But I remember the time when people were thinking it was crazy to have that everyone would have a phone and that everyone would use apps and have multiple apps on their phone and connected to the internet. Like, I still remember, I'm not that old, but I still remember that time. It wasn't too long ago, and right now I go to a restaurant and I see that 100% of the people, they finish dinner and they spend some time on their phone. People pay with their phone. People keep receiving notifications all day and are connected to the internet. I believe that this is going to happen with wallets too. Wallets, and specifically crypto wallets and Web3 wallets, are going to be connected to the blockchain, and everyone is going to have their wallets. We're going to throw away our paper, our wallets, our normal standard wallets. They're not going to exist anymore. We're going to have everything in our phone or our wearables, whatever it is. And we're going to access services without having to exchange our email address, our personal address. We're just going to be a code that is connected to a Web3 service or a blockchain services. And this makes sense because I think that the future super wallets are gonna have a lot of functionalities and are gonna be run by artificial intelligence and powered also by NFT technology. So a super wallet, basically, it's a way to organize financial accounts, but they serve also as a save, virtual storage for tokenized credit cards, debit cards, a bank account, and this information. And I also believe that in the future, we might see also other functionalities inside of the wallet. So, for example, we might be seeing something like artificial intelligence powered assistant that, for example, can help us deciding how to spend our money while we are about to do a transaction. we might be seeing this helping us with personal finance and budgeting and much more. With machine learning, also studying our behaviors, or alerting, for example, us when there are discounts at our most frequented store, or maybe digital ID management can be something that might happen. We are seeing right now the development of soul-bound NFTs, and we don't know yet how much they will be used. But imagine that if I gonna travel from one side to the other of the world, I can access through everything through my wallet, payments, digital ID, NFT tickets. Probably I could access also the services on the plane, or just buy a bottle of something within the NFT wallet itself that is connected with AI. Maybe property, certificates, biometrics, and much more. I think that this needs to happen once we manage to reduce trust between the parties. And you know that there's a technology that helps you reducing trust between parties, right? And that's the blockchain. So I foresee a future where everything will happen in digital wallets. Blockchain will help. AI is going to play a big role. NFTs are going to be a little bit used everywhere. And most importantly, we will not have so many intermediaries between parties. Let's see what happens, but that's the direction that we're following.
Awesome, awesome. This is really a bright future that you have described. And yeah, as you mentioned, like in the beginning of the internet, like not everyone was, really not everyone, really understood how the internet worked, number one. And number two, they were really hesitant. As you
Yes.
mentioned, they thought it was another scam. And but look at us now. We are communicating
Yeah.
with each other using the internet, and you are in Vietnam, I'm in here, and we're talking, and we have like right now 36 participants, listening from other parts of the world, which means like internet is enabling this. And as you mentioned,
Yeah.
maybe in the future we're going to have crypto and NFT and all those crypto or Web3 related products and services being used in our daily life, and makes me really bullish on that as well. So
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about hot wallets, because it's something that I really want our community to understand, because not everyone understands it, or even if they do, they may not really care about it, or they may think that it's not really important. But yeah, let's talk about the importance of hot wallets, and then we can move on to talk about Fizen.
Yes. So hot wallets are handy. So the difference between cold wallets, which are super secure, they're not connected to the internet, and it's basically really hard, to lose your funds unless you lose your seed phrase. Hot wallet is a different pair of shoes. Basically, you can connect hot wallets to malicious smart contracts technically when you interact with decentralized applications. So you need to be more careful. Remember that our at the moment is just a mobile wallet, so it's not like MetaMask where you access a lot of decentralized applications through your browser. We're not there yet, but the hot wallet world allows you basically to interact in a very handy way with decentralized applications peer to peer, and you are basically not interacting with a human being or a centralized service, but with some lines of code through a smart contract that auto executes some actions. So today, you will be able to, let me put it very easy, to access to a virtual museum in the metaverse through your hot wallet and click on a painting and just buy it directly with a click, signing a contract. And everything is certified by the blockchain, and you're going to receive your digital asset. There's a world that puts more and more importance into digital assets. Now, if you are on Instagram or on Twitter, the check is something that's very important. And that's a digital asset, right? Your digital identity, which is your Instagram identity, is much more important sometimes than your normal one, which is absurd. For someone, it's a little sad, but think about it that way. We spend something like 9 hours, sometimes more a day in front of a screen. And right now, our experience is very poor. We think it's amazing, but it's very poor. Right now, I'm talking to you, and we are in two different rooms. I just see a little piece of your screen. And when I'm scrolling, I just do up and down with my finger. And it's 2D experience. What if we spend the same amount of time, but in a really immersive world where we can right now feel like I have you in front of me. We are at the last floor in the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, and we feel the breeze of the wind, and we see all the most beautiful things that we could just get into this virtual room. And all the people are in front of us, and we see their interactions. Like, I think that this is the direction where we're going to go. And in that case, we need the ownership of digital assets, since this is becoming an experience that it's evolving and evolving and evolving. I believe that this is going to be something that we're going to care more about, digital assets. So how do you own digital assets? Well, having an address that is related to you and that owns these digital assets, and that cannot be hacked, and that it's certified that belongs to you. And this is what a crypto wallet does. So at the end of the day, we need a wallet that can easily interact with all the applications that are out there in a certified way. And that's what hot wallets do. So you just go there on Fizen, for example, you download the wallet, and the application is going to ask you, you want to create a new wallet or you want to import your existing one? If you want to import your existing one, you just need to add your seed phrase. If you want to create a new one, we're going to provide you a seed phrase. We're not storing this data anywhere, so it's safe. You need to write it down and put it in a place where it's only you that can access to that seed phrase. And then you are the only owner of your coins. As someone said, not your wallet. Well, I would rephrase it a little bit, because this is Antonopoulos that said it first. Not your keys, not your coins. So if you don't own the keys of your own wallet, you don't really own your coins, right? It's like putting money in the bank. You're not sure if they keep the same money that you gave them with them. And actually they don't. They only keep a fractional reserve of that. Well, with hot wallets, you are the only owner of your coins and you keep them with them. It's like bringing a safe around you through the world and interacting with whoever you want, everywhere you want. So this is going to be the technology for the metaverse, but I believe it's also going to be the technology for everything that is connected to the blockchain. And we just need to develop a lot of code, and we also need to understand that it's very, very early, but not for everyone. Me, for example, I don't have a bank account. And I will add something to that. Every day when I do my transactions through Fizen Wallet, I get a chance of winning $50 because we are doing a lucky draw every day. So every time you complete a transaction through Fizen, you just give the code of the transaction inside of our chat, and you have the chance to receive $50. So just today, I bought coffee for everyone in the office because I won the lucky draw. And that's super cool because I don't need a bank account and I can interact with a lot of new offers and possibilities that at the moment the blockchain offers. So very early, but there's a few bunch of people, and it's always growing, that are using these services for daily life. It's already happening.
Very cool. That's really cool news. Cool story. Like in the Web2 world, people are really, how would I put it? Like they are used to putting their money in the bank and forgetting about it. I mean, in terms of responsibility, what they think is that, hey, okay, my money is in a bank and it's safe and secure, so I don't have to worry about security. But in Web3 world, since you are the owner of your assets and you are your own bank, sometimes it's really hard for people to really understand that, to really get it, number one, and number two, and they don't really know how to save them and how to protect their assets. And I think well, since we're still early, I think it kind of needs some time to actually get used to it. At the same time, we still need more educational content out there so people can really understand how to secure their assets, how to use hot wallets, and how to be as much secure as possible. So you are talking about the utility of Fizen Super Wallet, and it makes me want to learn more about it. So first, like, who is your, who is your main audience, your target audience? Who are you guys targeting?
We started with GameFi users. This was our first audience. And we have a lot of users that are coming from Vietnam, Philippines, Thailand, Asia in general, but also Brazil. We have a lot of users there because the adoption of cryptocurrency is the highest in these countries. So, for example, Vietnam, where I am right now, has the highest adoption index in the world. Basically, 25% of the population owned or has owned cryptocurrency, which is crazy. It's the highest in the world. So our audience has been GameFi users first, also because we needed to ask to our customers and get feedback and improve the product. Ask, get feedback, improve the product. So it was very useful for us. Then we developed really a user base, which is basically everyone which owns crypto and which has crypto. And now we also made it possible to have an audience of people which are new to Web3 because the app is made in a very easy and simple way. And I want to go back to what you said before. It takes some study for some people, right, to start using crypto. As you said, what your comment was on point. It's not easy for everyone. You need to study a little bit and understand the risks involved. But I also believe that it's not going to be like this forever. There will be a point where people are going to just use blockchain without even knowing that we're using blockchain. In my opinion, that's what's going to happen. And but at first, like the adoption curve is more likely to be welcoming first some people which are a little bit more experts and which have at least 3 to 10 hours of study of the topic of the argument. So I would say that our users and our target is really everyone, but our growth hacking strategy is to start with communities. So every time I close a partnership or our team close a partnership, we basically adopt their user base, which is gonna use the wallet and have more utility for the tokens they hold or the NFT asset that they hold. They're gonna find that they can spend them easily in a decentralized way directly in real life, which is not so easy for everyone. Look, at the moment, there are some centralized exchanges, like big ones, that provide a card to automatically convert crypto and pay, but it's not distributed everywhere. It goes through KYC. You have to have a centralized exchange, and at the end of the day, what you're doing is you're just converting into the main Visa circuits or MasterCard circuits, and then going back to Visa, which is cool. I love it. It grows the adoption. But what we do is a little better in terms of experience, because you, as a normal user, will have to interact in the app, adding your referral code of your favorite project, seeing your NFTs in a very cool way, and being very agile. So you basically have an app that is just made for that experience. And while you browse, you can see that it's very different from a centralized exchange. This is not an app that is made for traders. This is not an app that is made just for trading. This is an app that is made for everyday use. and that provides you with a marketplace of options of people that accept directly crypto. So yeah, our target is GameFi at first, users of Web3 protocols, and then it's going to be everyone who is willing to open an account with a Web3 digital bank. And the audience is growing and growing.
Awesome. That's good to hear. And since you said that it's not for traders, it's for everyday use, that means it's really simple and
Yes.
really convenient. And that's how you get mass adoption. Because once you make it more complicated, there will be fewer people to, actually get into it and learn how to use it. And it just takes more time, and it's just inconvenient, and people do not have time. Right now,
Yes.
everyone thinks simple, and with a simple app that can be used every day, it really makes it easier for you guys to reach to more audience. And also, you
Absolutely.
mentioned that Southeast Asian countries are right now like mass adopting, which is an awesome news, at least for the projects that are focusing on those markets. But at the same time, let's look at other countries, like in African countries or in some European countries. People there, not everyone has direct access to bank services, to financial services, irregular financial services. And with crypto, with such I would say projects where they offer simple but really convenient ways of spending their crypto, it really makes their life easier, and it gives
Yeah.
them more financial freedom, financial access to increase their chances of getting out of their usual lifestyle or usual environment, and be I would say more open to the world experience. um, really loving your answers, honestly. So let's talk about what you guys are working on at this moment. Like, what's your focus on right now?
Yes, look, our focus is on multiple things, but one is creating rewards for users that help us growing the community. We want to talk with our first users, and we are doubling down. Every 2 weeks, as I said, we release a new version of the app with some new functionalities and new implementations. I'll tell you the example of OK Chain. We added also the OK Chain blockchain. It's one of the multiple that we add. And then we are adding more and more and more. What we're working on, so it's integrating the partners. This takes a lot of our time and of our efforts, and onboarding that way new users. We are working on our founders club, which is gonna be a way of rewarding our first thousands of users. So we basically will give out multiple NFTs to all our founders club, and these people owning these NFTs are going to be receiving some real benefits. Wait for that, but don't wait too much. If you go now and make purchases right now, you already can win the $50 just because you completed your first transaction. But we're also working on opening the digital bank in Dubai. So regulation-wise, we are about to go in a country which is very welcoming for crypto, and that has a lot of good business cases and uses. And then we're going to replicate the model everywhere. Another thing we are working on is improving user experience all the time. That's the key. We need to be very easy and accessible, and adding more items to our marketplace. Another thing that's on the plan is to add, of course, the acceptance of Visa and MasterCard circuits for people to spend even when today they cannot spend. We want to make sure that people can spend everywhere they go, with every possible merchant that can accept crypto. And the other thing that we are adding is a browser interface where you have kind of an index of many applications that we partner with, where you can go there and directly make your purchases. Right now, for example, we are integrated with Travala. You can go in the app and purchase your tickets directly with crypto without leaving the Fizen app. So every day we add more, And right now, our main KPI is how many people are active in the wallet, and it's crazy to see that in these very hard times for crypto markets and very hard times for user growth, we are growing every day like crazy, and this makes us very, very, very happy. Right now, we're working on, I'm not sure if I can say that, but an integration with one of the biggest blockchain games around, one of the most played around. And the integration will bring also a lot of rewards to the users. So right now, our users, since we are in our first 12 months since inception, will receive some magic airdrops, future allocation of tokens, and many surprises during the next months. So yeah, it's a very nice period of time, because building during this bear market makes you more laser focused on the product. There's less marketing, there's less hype. You feel that you have a little bit more time to build things well, and there's not this crazy hype that comes during the bull markets. And bear in mind that we were born during a bear market. We didn't.
Great that you guys are not, stopping just because it's a bear market, but in fact you are, as you said, laser focused, and it's to be honest, the best time for developers, because you don't have any distractions out there. You're not like looking at the market and saying, hey, there's this new thing is trending, let's add that as well. There's this new thing is trending, let's add that as well. Like, you don't have any distractions at all. What you have is the goal and your full focus, and you're giving your 100% effort to achieving that goal, and that
Yes,
really makes it, spatial for the projects that are building during the bear market. And I'm really, really bullish on those projects that are, trying and they're grinding 24/7 during the bear market, because once the bull market comes, those projects are the ones that really grow and create value to their end users. And at the same time, they become one of the biggest players in our Web3
yes,
world. It's awesome
absolutely.
to hear.
And I want to flag a few things. Like, let's talk some numbers, okay? Because I know that numbers are always interesting, but for anyone which is a builder out there and want to build a mobile wallet, we don't call it competition. This is the community. But listen to this. The mobile wallet industry is, of course, changing the way people manage and spend their money. There has been a group of people swapping JPEGs, making huge amount of money, and swapping into crypto and buying assets. It was crazy what happened in the last 2 years. The tasks that these wallets can perform right now are amazing if you think about what was possible just 5 years ago. Now, the mobile wallet sector has become one of the fastest growing industries in the world. So, of course, we need to be laser focused. It's now worth $1 trillion, but it's estimated to grow by to over $7 trillion by 2027. The mobile wallets. I'm not talking only about crypto wallets. I'm talking about mobile wallets in this case. By 2027, $7 trillion. So this industry is gonna grow. And if you are scared about market cycles, it means that probably you've invested too much. But in general, don't fear the market cycles, for one simple reason. Like, bear markets cannot take away the bull market's adoption. Now that we are confirmed 100% in a bear market, there is no doubt about it, and it can get worse. So it's confirmed, but don't you see the amount of adoption that has growth since the last bull market? Much has changed. Now, you can be bearish and say that the volume of NFTs plummeted. Yes. You can say that there are much less users than during the bull market. Yes. But there are thousands and thousands of more experts in the industry. There are thousands and thousands of companies like the one where I am right now, that are full of amazing talents and are building something for the next 5 to 10 years. And VCs are still funding the great companies. And to be honest, it feels better that the really smart people stayed and that the tourists left. It feels better, man.
It does. It really does. The real people, the real users, the strong ones was their belief in crypto are the ones that are staying here and experiencing this bear market. And hats off to them. Much respect to them. Yeah, let me ask you one final question before we give a chance to our community to ask their questions as well, because we have been talking for over 40 minutes. It felt like 5 minutes, but
Already?
well, yeah, I know, right? Like
I
once
talk a
you're
lot.
having fun, not that, but once you start having fun, you forget about how time flies, and it's
Yes.
flying really fast. So, my question is about you guys and our chain. So, since we have you guys on our blockchain and you have already integrated our chain, which is an awesome news for our users and for ourselves as well. So, what can we expect in the future from this partnership?
So many things, because right now our integration is not just about marketing, right? We basically integrated OK Chain. So people can transact on OK Chain, but we can also add applications that runs on OK Chain, and people can directly transact with native tokens to swap and pay. So this is absolutely good. And I would say that the sky is the limit. As I said in the beginning, there's a lot of good hype around your brand, and that makes us super confident, because we know that we are partnering with a player which is not just arrived in the scene, but it's a very strong one. So of that, we are super, super, super happy. And I think that what we can expect is more benefits for users. So that's one thing that normally hot wallets don't give, and that's changing. Usually hot wallets just provide a basic layer service to do swaps and to interact with smart contracts. This was amazing, has always been amazing, will always be amazing. But now we what we can give, for example, to OKC users, or to any users really, that we that we provide a service where there's a partnership behind, is a customization of the experience. So technically, the blockchain will allow us to automatically distribute through smart contracts some benefits just because you are an OKC users and you're using Fizen. So we're not just the basic layer and the technology to do the transactions. We can add also real benefits to that, and that's very good. Right now, we give a referral code, so there are already benefits for Fizen users that go into using OKC. So we have a button in the Fizen wallet. Probably I can show you by here. It's going to be a little rudimental, but I'm going to try to do that. So basically, when you access to Fizen app in your homepage, let me put my password. You will see the button of OKX Exchange. I think that you can see the logo here. Yeah, right. You can see that there is a button in the homepage, and basically you can open directly the exchange through the app, and from there basically you can access services with a referral code, which is good. And then we're gonna also add in the future potential rewards just for the users that comes from OKC to using Fizen, and vice versa, which is something that, for example, normal hot wallets, historical one, major ones, desktop ones, at the moment just don't provide.
That's really good to hear. And creating value to the users is our main goal. And since
Yes.
this is your main goal as well, this really makes it, something of a unique type of a partnership for us, and at the same time, that creates a great value for the end users who use Fizen wallet and do their transactions every day in their life. So thank you so much for answering my questions, and it has been a pleasure for me. I mean, I learned a lot,
Same.
too many things that I will probably have to come back to this video again and listen to your speeches a couple more times to really understand and digest. So right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna end this video now, and then we're gonna give our community 3 to 5 minutes of time so they can ask their questions from you, and you can take your time and you can choose 5 questions that you think are interesting, and you can answer you can give your answers in the group chat by text. And
Okay.
for our users, so we're gonna put a little a requirement that they need to add an emoji in their questions. So we try to eliminate the copy paste or bot attack we try to prevent that. So once again, thank you so much, Fred. This was a pleasure for us, and yeah, I'm looking forward to how you guys grow on our chain and how we can um, give as much support as possible to your growth.
Thanks a lot, James, and thanks to everyone who participated. I see 51 participants right now. You are early, guys, and you are ahead of the curve, and I'm proud to be speaking to you. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks.